Hey guys, it's Bree and welcome back to Just Breezy. I want to thank our subscribers who suggested that I do this very video. Now, many of you know that I take medication for anxiety and depression, but there are other things that I do, little tips and tricks to help me when my anxiety or my stress levels are starting to creep in. So I have 5 tips that I want to share for you, and be sure you stick around till the end because the last one happens to be one of my faves. Tip number 1, and this is probably one of the most important, is to reach out to someone. Now, I know it sounds so, reach out to a friend, but there's something about that, being able to tell somebody that you're hurting or you're struggling or that you need help. And I know that that isn't easy. So many of us don't want to burden somebody else with our own troubles. But I always say, think about it. Think about if your loved one or your friend was hurting and struggling the way you might be. What would you say to them? Talk to me. I'm here for you. Let me help you. I promise you the people in your life, your loved ones, want to be there for you. So whether it's a therapist, your significant other, or a friend, just let it out. Even if it's just a little bit, you'll start to let that toxic feeling out and you will start to feel better. Did you ever hear of the term grounding? It's another great tip. Basically, it means that you're focusing in on your senses and the environment that you're in, instead of the things that are out of your control. Now, the way it works is that you look around for 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 that you can taste. Now, that's a lot to remember, right? So if you're in the middle of an anxiety attack, I don't want you to be like, oh no, what was number 4? But the idea is just to assign one of those numbers, 5 down to 1, to a sense. If you can remember the order, it's pretty cool, and you can look it up on Pinterest and online. But the way this helped me was one year when I went to go get my boobs squished, that great test we all love, I had to get a follow-up sonogram, and I was laying on the table, and I started to have an anxiety attack because my mind started to go on all different directions. What if they find something? What if I have something? What about my kids? And I started to spin out. And I remembered this grounding exercise that my cousin had sent to me. Now, I couldn't remember if it was 5 things I could touch or 5 things I can see, but I just started to do it. And I looked around the room for things I could see, the rip in the wallpaper, something I could touch, that like annoying crinkly tissue paper underneath. What could I hear? What could I taste? I remember I had a piece of gum in my mouth, and it just helped me focus on what was there in my immediate circumstance and not allowing the thoughts of what if to spin out of control. It's something I would highly suggest. Again, you could check it out online, kind of follow the steps, but try it out. Try it when you're not in that mode of panic. Practice it. See what you can hear and touch and feel and taste in your environment, and watch how it just focuses you in on that specific activity. Okay guys, so tip number 3 has me in the car because, well, for some reason, driving is stressful to me. I don't know. It could be because I have 2 crazy people in the back usually that are fighting at each other, or mom, 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 and I'm just had enough at times. So I get stressed out, or sometimes my anxiety will kick in while I'm driving because I tend to think worst case scenario. Thankfully, since medication, not as much, but it still happens. So I can't believe I'm showing you this. I have like my own little aromatherapy. They're called Boom Boom Sticks. Somebody from Shark Tank actually made them, and they come in like a 5 or a 6 pack. This one is winter mint, and it smells delicious. I have one here that is berry, and it smells like my strawberry shortcake doll when I was little. And I'm not kidding you, when I get stressed out, sometimes I just kind of stick it in my nose and it interrupts my brain from being stressed. It automatically puts me in like oh, that's a nice smell mood. It doesn't last forever or for very long, but for a couple of minutes, and I'm just sorry. But it helps. So I'll leave the link in the description if you guys are interested, but they're really good. Another great tip, and it's free, you could do it anywhere, is to control your breathing. Right? How many times do we hear that? Take a deep breath, calm your body. But there's something to it. When I used to get severe anxiety attacks, other than my mind feeling like it was out of control, it was my breathing that truly made me feel like I was going to die. And that would increase my anxiety because I was hyperventilating, my throat would get tight, and it was really scary. So there's a great technique, you could check it out online. It's called boxed or square breathing. And the premise of it is, envision a box, right, or a square with 4 sides, and each side represents 4 seconds. So you breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, out for 4, hold it for 4. We're gonna do it together. If you feel like you're gonna pass out, please take a breath. We don't need any like over here. Now remember, on the sides, you're holding your breath. So let's try, we're gonna start here. Okay, sounds really simple, but I promise you do a few cycles of that and you start to regain control over your breathing, which will absolutely help your anxiety or panic start to come down. Now, do you have any special breathing techniques or exercises that you do? If so, leave it in the comments so that other people can read up on those as well. Okay, guys, for my 5th, final, and favorite tip, it's create your own little space if you can. I'll show you what I did. Here it is, guys, in all its glory. It's literally a corner in the basement. My mom hooked me up with this cozy chair, and excuse the wires in the background, and all I did was put a little table, okay? I have this cutie pie fan. Listen to that. Oh, I love that noise of the fan. Some candles, nothing too strong that's gonna give me a headache, and yes, some stones and crystals, because I don't know, I like to zen out. This is just wax from the candle, but this bad boy right here is something my aunt sent to me, and it's a light box. It's really neat, guys. I don't know if you could see. It has a timer here, different setting controls, and especially during the winter months, when the cloudiness or the grayness of the day has me down, I will come down here, put that on, put the fan on, light the candles, close my eyes, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm on a beach or something. This is really, I have to tell you, this has been a game changer. And of course, I'll include the link for that in the description below. But do you have a little spot, maybe something a little bit more luxurious than this, but it doesn't take much? Do you have a little spot in your home that's just yours to focus, to zen, to meditate? If not, and you can do it, I highly suggest it. And there you have it, my 5 tips. Which one was your favorite? Do you have tips to share with others? If so, leave it in the comment section. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and we shall chat again soon.